We are back with another episode of trying to find the best pizza in my area. We still are in Brook, New Jersey, right next to two of the places we just did, which are Mr. Bruno's, Mario's Pizza and Pasta 3, and Donna's Pizza. If you drive about a quarter of a mile down the road, there is another pizza place called Plank Pizza Company and Beer Parlor. This place also has its own microbrewery. Now, they don't brew their beer on location, but they get it locally sourced, and they have like over 300 different types of beers, but it also has a gastropub, which specializes in these smaller type of pizzas, as well as some pretty different types of appetizers. So not your traditional pizzeria, but still nonetheless a pizzeria. So that is what we got on the agenda today, man. Drop a thumbs up. You guys already know the vibes. Let's get into this video. Let's start with the one in the middle. I don't know which one is which. We'll find out when we get to it. So this one is, this is their #1 most ordered pizza according to the app. It is called The Red, and it is their play on a traditional, just normal pizza. Of course, it is a flatbread looking pizza, and the variation that I saw the most was chicken, so I got the one with chicken on it as well. This costs $13. Looks pretty good. Little artisan type of pizza. I'm not mad at it. The flatbread is sourdough, so it has a different taste profile, which I really like. The sauce is a garlic parmesan red sauce, and it really does come through very garlicky. You get a little notes of parmesan, and then it has a ton of mozz on the top. This is pretty standard issue. It doesn't taste like pizzeria pizza. Definitely kicked up just a little bit. I feel a little bougie eating it, but again, given their target is to have people get some kind of finger food along with like some beer flights, I can definitely see why people would enjoy this. I'm not really a beer drinker, but not to say I've never had it before. The chicken, I think it was like $3 extra for the chicken. It doesn't feel like a lot of chicken for $3 extra. But I like the sourdough. Personally, I would like a little more well done. This side looks more well done. A little char on here. I should have grabbed from this side. I'm going to get one more piece. That nice little char on the top. That's better. Maybe they put it in that side. And this one cooked a little bit longer, but this side also has way more chicken. At least I know it's handmade. I like it. It's not something necessarily I go to my way to get, but definitely if I was sitting down having a beer, you know, or in my case, like a scotch, I wouldn't be mad at this at all. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I like it. Again, but thought I was recording, opened up. So that's a mac and cheese pizza, but we're going to do this one in the middle, which I haven't looked at yet. This is called their bacon white. So it's a white pie, which doesn't have sauce on it, traditionally. Ricotta cheese, mozz, a ton of bacon on here. Not quite sure what else, but we will find out. Again, I like the idea of this right off the bat. This one cost, I think, $14, so they're all about the same. I like that piece right here. This is good. The bacon on here is really thick cut, and because of that, the bacon taste is very strong. Sometimes you get bacon pizza and they put little funny bacon bits on it, and you can almost barely taste it. It gets hidden. But with the creamy ricotta cheese, which kind of just provides a texture change, and then those giant chunks of bacon in here, this one I like better than the original. And I'm not really a white pizza guy. I don't really like to get pizza that doesn't have sauce on it. It's just not my thing. But if I was going to get one, this would definitely be a call. Again, this side's more cooked than the other. I gotta remember that when I get the other pizza. But those big chunks. This one's good. Ton of cheese. Love the dollops of ricotta, and I love the bacon. And the sourdough is really nice for a flatbread. I keep looking for something to dip this in, but there isn't any. But I don't really think it needs any. It's just a habit. This one I like a little bit better. This one's a keeper. I'll give this one a 7.5 out of 10. Then finally we have the mac and cheese pizza. Anytime I see a mac and cheese pizza, I'm immediately like, okay, I have to try this. So theirs has cheddar and jack cheese, and then it's topped with like crunchy potato straws. Like those potato stick kind of things. I like the contrast that would give instead of breadcrumbs because it gives you a little bit more crunch, but it matters if the mac is any good. This really not bad at all either. Adding that jack cheese, just switched it up. Of course, while I was recording my camera, I forgot to charge the battery, and of course, it died. But I was talking about this. It's been 2 or 3 minutes, but I still just lost my train of thought. Okay, I'm gonna take another bite. What the hell I said? I remembered I liked it. The jack cheese. I love that they added the jack cheese to this. Some people do mac and cheese with just cheddar. 4 cheese is king, but the jack cheese is also good. But when you add that salty potato stick, it adds a crunchy, salty element to it. To go with the mac and cheese. I prefer my mac and cheese on pizza specifically. Only on pizza. A little creamier. And it's not very creamy. If you just put this in a bowl, I'd probably like it a little more. But for pizza, I feel like creamy mac and cheese makes the pizza less dry. Because you got to chew it for a while. This isn't bad though. I liked it a lot better than I thought I would. They used the little ditalini noodles, which are like little circles. So, also good. Elbows don't work as well on pizza either. But for a flatbread, I'll give it a 7, man. This is something that, again, every time I eat it, and this is a compliment to them, I just picture sharing this, having a couple of drinks with my friends and stuff like that. And that's kind of what they were going for, and they succeeded at. It's definitely not crappy quality. Everything on it seems like it's legit. I'm picking a piece of chicken off here. Yeah, even the chicken. It's not funny meat. And I love to see that. So, well done. I also got 2 different sides that they have. So let's see the sides. We have some loaded tots here. These were already open. I didn't want them to get like too soggy. But we got some loaded tots. Look like there's some beer cheese and some bacon. I distinctly remember having these before. I also remember these being good. And what I liked about them is that you see the tot, how it's like constructed. It's not just like some microwave or just like freeze-dried potato tot. What they do, and let me just... These are delicious, man. Look at the sour cream and cheese. These are delicious. Let me get a little of this. I think this is beer cheese. Nice hoppy beer flavor to go along with that cheese. And you get sour cream. This, if I was sitting down with some friends, I'd get mad if they took some. A little sour cream. It seems like they put the potatoes, like they make homemade hash browns. And they're shredding them. Probably put it through a ricer. And they dry it out. So you get that nice crispy interior or exterior. The interior isn't as crispy, so there's a little bit of a texture change. But when you add that bacon, the scallion, and the beer cheese, this is delicious. This is like, I would go there for these. You don't see too many pizza places, or any place, making tots like this. Let alone a pizza place. Man. All the flavor really comes from the beer cheese, bacon, scallion, sour cream. And the potatoes have a little bit of salt. It's probably the same ones that they were putting on that mac and cheese pizza that I had. But this is like an S tier tot. Man. I'm gonna have to put these away for me. These are delicious. Like, I'm not really a beer person, but go sit down and have some beers and get this and thank me later. This is a 9.2 out of 10. It's been delicious, bro. Like, I'm moving away. Last thing, this whole thing. Get away. That's delicious. And finally, this was their most popular appetizer. Tacos. Carne asada tacos. Let me just grab one out of here. Now, it looks like contents may have shifted upon driving, but I can't hold that against them. I'm going to grab this one in the middle because it looks the most uniform. Guac, onions, and then, of course, the meat. It says it's homemade flour tortilla as well. Let's try this out. This is better than like a lot of taco places I've had around here. The guac tastes really fresh, almost like they just made it, which I know people are like, what do you expect? I've eaten at a lot of places. A lot of guac you get ain't fresh. But the steak, it's really tender. Sometimes you get it's really rubbery and it's not. And then the onion and the cilantro really makes this a pretty decent taco. Like, I wouldn't say it's the greatest taco I've ever had, but it's better than a lot of places. It's really simple, but you get a good amount of the steak, good amount of guac. I'd like a little more onion. And the tortilla isn't rubbery, seems pretty fresh as well. That's pretty damn decent. Again, didn't try to do too much, but I didn't get skimmed. No. Man, they put that on a pizza? I wonder if they put that on a pizza, because that would hit. Yeah, we're going in for two. We're going in for two. My only thing, personally, I would have liked like a sauce, like a salsa. Like any salsa verde, something to kind of set it off. Or some lime. I can probably get my own lime, but either way, well done. It's pretty damn good. Like, I can only imagine going and getting a beer flight. And the more beers you have, the more this is going to hit. So I'm sure people that go here, they probably swear by this food. Now, I completely blame them. I'm just sitting at the crib, and I think it's pretty good. But there, it's probably even better. The highlight for me was the Tots. The pizza's pretty good, and this is also pretty good. I'm going to give this a 6.8 out of 10. I know some people say that's low. I think that's not low. Like, again, not everything's a 9, in my opinion, but pretty well done. When you're paying $16 for 3 tacos, I mean, I'm judging this against every taco I've ever had at that point, and a 6.8 I think is really damn high. Especially considering that this isn't a Mexican restaurant. I think it's well done. It really is. So all in all, I feel like this pizza, I put the Tots back here, and I'm really trying not to eat one. But I'm going to keep going. All in all, I feel like this pizza, we're looking for the best pizza, which means if you serve pizza, I'm going to do it. This is a different demographic than like your pizza traditionalist. It's more of like your artisan, flatbread type of vibe. But for what it is, I do think that they have some good stuff here. It's probably 1,000 times better, like I said, in the right environment. So with your friends, maybe watching a game, having a couple of, adult beverages or whatever, completely cool. But either way, I think the food is good enough that if you are in the area, like, I would try it. I think that if you find your pizza, you'll really like it. But I highly recommend these Tots that I can't stop staring at, because I think those are also really good. When I said I was doing every pizza place, I was doing every pizza place. So if you have pizza that you make on site, I'm going to do it, especially if you call yourself a pizza place. So anybody saying this isn't a real pizza place, it's in the title. Nah, lighten up, people, man. We're trying to do everything. That was the whole goal of this, and literally still going down the same damn street. What a time to be alive. But that's going to be the end of the video, man. This weather change is really just messed. I've had the craziest headache for like the last couple of days. It started with the sinus thing, and it is what it is, man. But I still love y'all, man. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. Giants didn't play today, so they didn't lose. That's good. So by the time you watch this, they still wouldn't have had lost yet, hopefully. But they will. But we'll be back tomorrow with more content, man, and hand signs. They made it to YouTube.